Okay. I wanted to just help reiterate what Marcy was encouraging everyone to do, which is review the 3 to 5 products and really get familiar with them, use them, and review them from your own words and your own experience with the products. Just as a reminder there. I want to, first of all, thank you guys so much for joining me via Zoom today. I'm sorry and sad that we can't do this in person, but this is the next best thing. So I'm Samantha. I have been with R+Co and LBP since October of last year, but I actually worked for them when R+Co first came into the fold 4 years ago. So I'm new, but I'm not. This is just like rejoining my family. And so I am so passionate about this brand and so excited to share it all with you guys. Please reach out to me anytime. And like I said, unmute yourself and ask a question if you need to right in the moment. All right. I'm going to share my screen. Please let me know if you can't see it. All right, can everyone see that? Awesome. Okay, so R+Co, I do know that one of your guys' goals this year is to reset intention. And I think this is a great place to start, which is just the intention of taking care of our client. And one of the best ways we can take care of our client, obviously you guys do amazing hair and amazing services behind the chair, but to follow through with that is to give our clients the best product that we know is going to take care of their hair and prolong the amazing work that you guys did. So giving that intention of every client, every time, that personalized experience is really going to elevate that for you. I am so sorry. I do have a couple noisy dogs. I apologize. The other thing I know that you guys are trying to do, which is elevate education. The place where education starts is behind the chair with that client. It's educating yourself about the product so then you can relay that information in a way that your client will understand and show them that technique and the application in a way that they'll be excited to take that product home and use it because you were able to show them the need for it. So that's my goal here, is to help you guys find the need and help you guys prescribe to your clients so we can stand behind what we use, and then our clients trust us, and it's a big circle, and then they keep coming back and repurchasing and trusting us to do new things with their hair. So I hope that your guys' education will start just with the client behind the chair. I think that's so powerful. All right, R+Co stands for Rogan Collective. I won't take long with this, but I do think it's a really, really cool backstory how R+Co started. It's 3 hairstylists, 3 really well-known hairstylists that all work in different sectors of hair that have come together and have created this hairdresser driven formulated brand. So it's a collective. It's 3 different men. We have Howard McLaren. He's going to be our funky hipster guy in LA who he loves avant-garde style. He loves texture. He loves to build with product. So he is actually the one that does all of our videos. I would recommend you guys following on YouTube, R+Co TV. We have a how-to video for every single product that we make, and Howard is actually the guy that teaches those videos, and they're 3 to 4 minutes long. It shows from the shampoo all the way through the finished style how the product was used. So it's a really cool way to get to know the products by actually seeing how it's done. So this is some of his work. He loves a good short bob, some baby bangs. Like I said, he loves texture too. Co-founder Garen. So Garen is known as the godfather of hair. He has over 1,000 magazine covers. He works with the likes of Gigi Hadid and Kendall Jenner right now. But the cool thing about Garen is he's in so much press that if we see anything that says Garen on it, we know factually that he's only used R+Co. And it will usually tell us the products in the magazine that he used. So how cool is it that we connect the new lob that Kendall Jenner had that people were bringing in, and we knew Garen did that hair? We can say, oh, she used Cactus shampoo and we use Sail to Style. We have those exact products on our shelf. Now we can really connect that client to that thing that they desire. And then we create desire for the product. So Garen, like I said, godfather of hair, but he does a lot of press work. So here we have some beautiful Vogue covers, Allure cover. And then we have Tom Priano. This is Garen's partner, and Tom is actually well known for a lot of the like Abercrombie and Fitch models. So I don't know about you, but I've actually cut out one of those Abercrombie and Fitch bags and like taped it on my wall in high school. Tom actually did that hair. So kind of cool that I can find a connection later in my life. But Tom is really, he's known for the shortcuts. He's known for creating a lot of our texture and influencing a lot of our men's products. So you have these three guys from three different facets of hair coming together and saying, okay, what do hairdressers need? How do they need it? And how do we prefer to use it? I think that's really, really cool. We are in the press a lot. So keep your eye out for that, because whenever there is something featured about balloon or television, that just connects your client even more, because clients love to have things that they see other places that have been mentioned, that they see in social. So that's a really cool thing to just connect to. So it's nice to be aware of when that pops up. All right, so I would encourage all of you to follow R+Co on Instagram if you have Instagram, R+Co Hair on Facebook, R+Co TV on YouTube. As I mentioned, that's where all of our how-to and tutorials are for our products. We share a lot of content on there that we actually want our stylists to reshare. So it's awesome when you can look on R+Co and know, oh, I want to repost that. You have to do very little thinking behind it when we've already done it for you. And we encourage our stylists to do that. So use our social media, repost it. You don't have to put a ton of effort into making R+Co a part of your social media, because we do a lot of that for you. All right, education. Right now we have all digital education. I hope you've seen the calendar. If not, I'm happy to send it to you. We do it 3 months in advance. So I have through March right now. Everything is Zoom education, but we are offering a lot of really awesome classes, a lot of cutting techniques, color, styling. We did something on extensions recently. And then we also are talking about social media and how to grasp customers with social media. How do we post on social media? What do we focus on? What should we do? So there are some business focused classes as well. I would encourage you all to look through that calendar, because I'm sure there's something you will find that you could benefit from. But we do hope to be back at it by the second half of the year and getting into salons and hosting some more intimate classes where we can actually do some hands-on techniques. So I know that education is big on your guys' list, and it's big on mine too. All right, product philosophy. I just want to let you guys know a couple key things about R+Co across the board. Not only is there hairdresser driven formulas, but all R+Co products are formulated without parabens, sulfates, mineral oil, petroleum. All of those ingredients are things that break down the bonds, that fade color, that ruin keratin, ruin Brazilian. So we are formulated without any of it across the board. So we are keratin and Brazilian treatment safe across the board. We have UV protection in every single product. Another really cool thing, we have thermal protection in every single product, even the shampoos and conditioners. So how great is it to know that every product we add to our client's hair, we're layering thermal protection. We have heat protection on there, and we're building bonds. We're not breaking them down. So I love, we can just grab anything. We know it's safe for color. We know it's safe for treatment hair. We're also Leaping Bunny certified. I love that. So no cruelty, not directly or indirectly is performed on any animals. It's a really, really important thing to us. So we're of course vegan, gluten-free as well. So safe across the board. I love that. You don't even have to guess. It's no guessing game. Grab any product. We have the thermal, we have the UV, we have the protection. All right, I'm gonna get you started and I'm gonna run through these, but like I said, if you have a question, just take yourself off mute and go ahead and ask right in real time. So we have Dallas Biotin Thickening Shampoo and Conditioner. I know this is one of the shampoos and conditioners on your back bar right now, so you guys are probably pretty familiar with it, but I will touch on that buzzword, biotin. Huge for clients when they see that. It's something that a lot of times people take in pill form for their hair and nails. So how awesome that we actually can apply this biotin straight to our scalp, ingest it into our scalp and hair, and actually strengthen that cuticle a lot quicker. So before you can lengthen, you have to strengthen. And that's what I always preach with this product is I think people think biotin and think length all the time. But what it is it's actually strengthening the hair so then we can in turn grow the hair. So we're not having that breakage. So this is a pretty hydrating formula, which I love, very lightweight. So even people that maybe have a thicker texture but have fine hair or not a lot of it can use this. It's not drying. Television. Television is our everyone, every time shampoo. So say you have a new client and you're just not quite sure what's underneath that style that they came in. You're not sure how their hair reacts when it's wet. And so you're just kind of playing the guessing game. You don't have to guess with this one because this can go on fine, thin hair, all the way to thick hair, great moisture level, and it just gives you nice body bounce and movement. All of our shampoos and conditioners, and I do want to mention this, play really well with each other. So we don't have to stick with television shampoo and television conditioner. I like us to think of it in terms of primary concern and secondary concern. So what's our primary concern for Becky? Becky's primary concern is that she has deposits red into her hair, and red is very hard color to maintain. So we're going to give Becky Gemstone, but then we know her secondary concern is she actually has curly hair, so she's prone to some dryness and split ends. Maybe we're going to go into Atlantis, or maybe we're going to go into cassette conditioner, whatever one's more fitting for her secondary concern. So definitely, this is another thing about resetting your intention, intending with every client every time to do that prescription for them. Sunset Boulevard, this is a blonde shampoo, but I really do want to emphasize this is not something that's super strong like a Shimmer Lights that we're going to send home and the client's going to, you know, push it and leave it on for 5-10 minutes and hopefully get more cool tones or hopefully go lighter. This is really a maintainer, meaning when Becky leaves the salon with her honey blonde hair, we know sometimes she comes back brassy, whether it's because of the product she uses at home or her hard water. This is just going to help Becky maintain what she left the salon with and help keep some of that brassiness away. This is not going to further tone the hair, okay? So this is great for everyday use. So we have those blondes that they are happy with their honey blonde they left with and they just want to make sure that they're protecting against their hard water. They can use this every day. Super Garden CBD shampoo and conditioner. I know that this has been a hard one to get into the salon, but now that it's there, I'm so excited because right now CBD is a huge buzz ingredient. It's a naturally hemp-derived CBD, and what this does is it's calming and invigorating at the same time. So it's going to help alleviate some irritation that people may have on the scalp, whether it's just from dryness or whether it's from sores or the change in weather. So what this does is going to help calm and even moisture, not only on the hair, but on the scalp. So I want us to really emphasize with this one, really massaging it into the scalp, working it into the scalp. You'll notice that this, the consistency is a little bit thicker and you can even see it has a creamier look to it. That's because it's got that really good moisture level and we want to make sure we're evening out the moisture in the scalp as well as the hair. So we're cleaning it lightly, gently. We're helping to take away irritation. And then we are also ending with peppermint and eucalyptus, which helps with circulation of the scalp, which is great, invigorates the scalp. But sometimes when we have irritation on the scalp and we feel the coolness, it's calming and we know it's working. It takes away from that irritation. So that is the finished part of that, is that peppermint oil. Gemstone, I know this is the other shampoo and conditioner at your back bar, so you're probably more familiar with this. We did reformulate it within the last year with a chromo hands complex, which actually helps to repair the damage that color does to the hair while also increasing vibrancy and shine in the hair. That's up to 10 washes. So this is the one shampoo and conditioner I would say plays well with each other, doesn't normally leave their partner as much, is this one, because normally when we're using this, it's for people that we've just deposited a deep color into, or red, or a fashion color like a teal or a purple, and we want to maintain that, and we need both our primary and secondary concern to be facilitating keeping that vibrancy and color locked in. Atlantis, this is our richest formula. So this is what I would say about 50% of clients should be moving into something, either television or Atlantis in the winter, just for a higher moisture content. This can even go, I wouldn't say on the finest, thinnest hair, but people that maybe have fine, thin hair, but a lot of it, this helps with frizz control and smoothness a lot. So not only does it give us that moisture, but it also helps to control that veil of frizz that we get over the hair. Cassette. Okay, I'm going to preach for 1 minute about cassette. So curly hair shampoo. I find oftentimes we're only reaching for curly shampoo when we know that we're going to style our client curly. That's great for when we're going to style our client curly, because this helps to even out curl pattern, tame frizz, do a lot of great things. But we don't reach for it when we know we're going to give her a blowout, because we're like, no, I'm ending with smooth, so why would I use a curl shampoo? Underneath that style, she still has curly hair. And this shampoo and conditioner is formulated to help combat the issues that people have with curly hair, which is frizziness, dryness, lack of buoyancy, and then split ends and lifted cuticle. So this is helping combat those things. So even if we're blowing out the hair, her hair texture underneath is still curly. So I want us to think about that when we are shampooing and we know that Becky maybe is a 2C curl. She could use the benefits of the flaxseed, which adds moisture, and the chia seed, which adds shine and helps with scalp and conditioning benefits. She could use those things even though we're going to blow out her hair. So just do think about that. I think it could really benefit your clients with curly hair to be using something that's meant for that type. Make sense? Mm-hmm. Bel Air smoothing. So this is really great for our people that do get keratins and Brazilians, because what this does is it enhances our results right away, but then it helps to prolong and maintain them a little bit longer in between. So I get a Brazilian twice a year. I don't like to overdo it, but in the interim, I'm using this, and it just helps seal and smooth everything down. So it kind of prolongs my results of my keratin. Analog cleansing foam. So this product specifically is really great for our clients that wash their hair every day. We just have clients that either have fine, thin hair and feel that they need to do so, or they're just so used to that and they don't feel like their hair is clean if they're not doing that. So what this does is this is a 2-in-1. So it's a shampoo and a conditioner together. It does lather. It comes out in a foam. It does cleanse, but it lightly cleanses. So we're not removing all those natural oils. We're leaving some behind. So she can still get the idea of washing her hair and styling from wet to dry, but we're not removing all of those natural oils. We're conditioning the hair, and we're actually sealing it. So we're like sealing in color. So I recommend that for people that are wash every day. This would be an every other day. Second person this is great for is men with textured hair. So maybe I find that men don't normally reach for conditioner, right? Shorter hair, we don't need to use conditioner, but maybe we have a male client that has a curl or a texture to his hair, or it's starting to get long and he's starting to get a little bit more frayed ends, or he needs more moisture. This is great to give him, because we're not sending him home with a shampoo and conditioner. We're sending him home with something that will do both, but it's still only that one product that he's used to. And the third person this is good for is someone with curly hair, because again, we're not trying to wash away all those natural oils. So leaving behind some of that naturally derived oil actually helps that curl stay moisturized. So this is a great thing to use instead of using a heavier lathering wash. Apple cider vinegar and Crown, I like to talk about these together because they do some of the same things, but they are, for the most part, for completely different clients. So acid wash, this is a product for me. I get a lot of scalp irritation. There'll be times when it's like towards the end of the week, I have a lot of buildup and I'm like, oh, I just can't wait to get home and wash my hair with acid wash. I literally think about that as I'm driving home because this is super, super calming. And when my head has finally had it and I've built up all of this product and it's itchy and it just needs to be clean, this actually evens out pH. It helps to gently unclog the pores and it alleviates itch and irritation. It does smell like apple cider vinegar, so it's not the most delicious smelling, but it is so calming and soothing. So relieves buildup, definitely suds and cleanses the hair, and then it's very calming and gentle. Then we have this bad boy that is a salt scrub. This is going to help minimize and remove flakes from the hair. This is actually really great though for people with an oily scalp. So they have an overly sebaceous gland, overly oily sebaceous gland. What this is going to do is deposit salicylic acid, which is a drying ingredient, and kaolin, which is a clay that will pull oil from the scalp. So this is great for evening the pH when someone has an overly oily scalp. This is great for evening pH when someone has a dry or irritated scalp. They can be used together, but I wouldn't recommend this on someone that actually has sores or really is irritated because this could further irritate it. Sun Catcher, love, love, love. So this is a foundation product that we just came out with. It's a leave-in conditioner that has vitamin C in it. So vitamin C, great with lots of antioxidants in it, great for UV damage, but vitamin C is one of the only ingredients that actually stops damage from happening versus what most ingredients do, which is reverse damage that we've already done. Okay, so what we're gonna do, roots to ends, this is super lightweight. This will help even the porosity of the hair. It has hyaluronic acid, which is another huge buzzword right now in skincare. So we started to use it in hair care, which hyaluronic acid binds up to 1,000 times its weight in moisture. So what this is doing, it's filling in the hair cuticle. Then any moisturizing products you're putting on top of it, it's binding to that and holding on to that. So it's giving us movement in our hair. Oftentimes people that have straight hair or dry hair, they will complain that their hair can't hold a curl. That's because they don't have enough moisture in their hair to hold the curl. The hair falls limp because there's no moisture to hold it up. So this is a really great product that can add and infuse the hair with moisture without weighing it down. So vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, and then we round it all off with collagen. Who doesn't want to add collagen to things? Buoyancy, amino acids, strengthens the hair, and we can't lengthen without strengthening. So this is a does it all product. It's great for leave-in, but it does have thermal protection, so we can totally add some heat to it as well. This is a wet dry product, so goes on wet to even porosity, but we can put it on dry to smooth split ends, to reduce the frizz veil that we have on top of our hair. It really does soak right into the hair nicely. Okay. Oblivion is our clarifying shampoo. So this is a really great one for if we have like a treatment or extensions that we're doing and we really need to cleanse the hair. This says wait 1 to 2 minutes. That's wait 1 to 2 minutes if we're just trying to dissipate some oil or we want to really clarify. If you want to start to break down color or break down the bonds on the hair, you can leave this on for 3-5 minutes plus, and you will start to get that squeaky effect, but you'll see the clarifying happening. So when we really, really need that squeaky clean, this is great for that. But if we're just using it for everyday use, 1 to 2 minutes, great for people that just have really oily hair. Television hair mask. So we have television shampoo and conditioner, and then we have this mask. I want us to think about this mask as just an ultra rich conditioner and start putting anyone with medium to thick hair into this mask as their conditioner. I find that our clients are starting to listen to us where they're not washing every day, but then because they're not washing every day, they're not finding time to use a mask because they're only washing twice a week and they're not working in the mask. So this way they can get the benefits from the mask. Their hair can handle it because again, this is a finer texture. And then they're just doing it every time. Okay. So add softness to the hair, locks in hydration, it heals, and there's reparative benefits to it. It's going to be obviously a richer formulation than the conditioner. So we're not going to use this as a conditioner for someone with finer, thinner hair. Palm Springs. So I had a lot of questions about this one on the last call. This is a pre-shampoo. It goes on dry hair before we shampoo. So what I recommend doing for easy application, and I definitely recommend telling our clients this, is we're going to actually spray through the hair, couple sprays just to dampen it, just to moisten it a little bit. So then the product goes on more evenly and we get more slippage with it. This comes out as a mousse. And sometimes I find clients want to feel their hair so saturated that they'll use the entire bottle because the mousse is harder for the hair to look saturated. So if we spray it down a little bit, it just helps us to use less product. So what this does is this softens the hair with a ton of different oils and butters. It's for the finest, thinnest of hair all the way to thick. It's really, really great for people that are bleaching their hair all the time. For instance, this model to the right here, she's constantly lightening her hair and she has a finer texture to her hair. So this is really great to just kind of revive what we've done. So we put it on, leave it for 20 to 30 minutes, or you can leave it on all day. I put this on, I throw my hair in a bun, I'll go to Target, I'll clean my house, I will make dinner, I'll do whatever. This can't be left on too long. And really what this does is it's just softening the hair cuticle and making your hair more manageable and restoring the moisture levels. And we, Marcy and I are going to talk about some ways that we can incorporate using this in the salon behind the chair to make sure we're really showing our clients the benefits of it. Okay, One Prep. I love this product. It is a foundation spray. It's a vitamin spray. It's very, very lightweight. Most people use it as just something right before they're getting ready to comb through and cut the hair, or just to re-moisten the hair when they need more slip. But this actually does way more than that. So yes, it's a vitamin water. Yes, it's great to balance the pH and to spray on to even porosity before other products. Fabulous. But the other thing that it's amazing at is you can actually spray this on dry hair on day 2 or day 3, hit it with a blow dryer, hit it with a curling iron, and restyle that hair just by lightly moistening it with this. So you're getting the thermal protection, but it's so lightweight that it's not weighing down the hair or adding a lot of extra on the hair. So I love when we can sell a product and show a client how to use it 2 ways. How easy is it to justify $22 when I know I'm using this almost every single day? Because I use it when I pop out of the shower to even porosity, and I use it to restyle my hair 2 to 3 to 4 days after. So just like we can justify that purse by dividing it by 365 days and saying, oh, well, it's only $5 a day. Your client's going to do something very similar in their head with this. And when we show them more ways to use it, it justifies it all the more. All right, Pinstripe is also a foundation mist, but it has more of a milky color to it, and that's because it has a little bit heavier oils and conditioners to it. So it's really great for detangling. I actually recommend putting a bottle or 2 at the back of the basin. This is great after we've washed and conditioned. We can spray a couple sprays through, wrap them in our towel, and then once we get back to our chair, the brush or the comb should melt through a lot easier. So I recommend that. This one I wouldn't recommend for restyling as much because of those oils and conditioners. It can probably be a little heavy on dry hair for most people. But like I said, a great detangler, adds great moisture, and then it actually seals over the hair, so it helps encourage smoothness. I'm going to go grab this toy from my dog. I'm so Justin, no. You're a great girl. Go lay down. Sorry about that. Okay. Centerpiece. So this is our newest foundation product, and this one kind of is a game changer. So this is an all-in-one elixir. It can be treated as a foundation spray, but it also has styling components to it. So first cool thing about it, 450-degree heat protection. That should be the highest anyone's heat tools go up to. So we're protecting to the highest heat that we can. We're evening the porosity of hair, but then we have some memory and some hold and some stylers in it. So it's also has some rich oils to fight frizz, it's hydrating the hair, and there's reparative benefits in it. So this is really a great gateway product for R+Co for someone that maybe's never used R+Co, or they don't even buy product from you and you're like, okay, Becky, every time you come in, your hair, you complain that it's dry, you complain your color's faded, all of these things. I can't stand behind what we've done to your hair here if we aren't going home with the appropriate products. And I don't know what you're using at home. So here's a great all-in-one product. You only need to buy one thing today. It's going to do all these different things for you, and this will get them hooked. So spray from roots to ends, super lightweight, comb through. We can air dry, we can blow dry. Can be layered or left alone. So for people that like light feeling hair, this is going to be the one and done for them. If someone wants a little bit more hold, or they want some texture, maybe they want to set a curl or something on top, this will be our foundation, and then we'll add that second layer that will give us more hold. Can be used alone, layered under other products, and to refresh, style their second day hair. So just like I preached about one, this can do the same thing. Now, the one thing I'll advise you, this doesn't have oils in it. This one does. So maybe our fine thin hair, we're going to restyle with this one, and maybe someone that can tolerate multiple days of layered oils will do centerpiece. Guys, hyaluronic acid's in this too. So again, moisture binding, but very lightweight. Love. 450 heat protection. So good. Okay, waterfall and high dive, I like to compare together because this is the same product, okay? So we have this for fine, thin hair, and we have this for medium to thick hair. They are both wet, dry products. They are both air dry. They have heat protection, so you can blow them in, whatever you'd like. So this is just a step up from a one prep or a pinstripe when we just need a little bit more moisture, or we know our client is not a layerer and this might be a one and done, and then we use a finishing spray at the end. We need something that has a little bit more control. A lotion or a cream is going to have more control than probably a foundation spray. So this is for fine, thin hair. This has glycerin, which is a naturally occurring humectant that helps moisturize the skin, but it's lighter feeling, lighter weight. Then we have high dive. This is a moisture and shine creme. Creme sounds a little bit richer than a lotion. This has sodium PCA, again, a naturally occurring humectant, but this absorbs moisture into it, so it's a little bit heavier feeling because it holds on and binds to hydration, okay? Neon Lights Dry Oil Spray. This is a godsend for people with curls. If you look at this model here, she has the perfect example of the hair I would use this on. Day 2, we wake up and we have just this fuzzy veil of frizz over our curly hair. We have a couple options, and all of the options involve putting our hands all through it, which agitates the curl and actually increases frizz. So what we're going to do instead is we're going to spray this dry oil spray, roots to ends, let it sit for a minute, and then we're going to gently do this to our hair just to comb it through. And what this does is it will separate the curl, define the curl, get rid of the frizzy veil, give us shine and moisture. We didn't have to re-wet it at all, and we use very little agitation with our fingers. That's the #1 way I recommend using this. So maybe this isn't going to be something highly, highly used behind the chair, but it's something we can show our clients. Okay, now I know you're going to wear your hair curly most of the time at home. Here's exactly how I'd use this and why I would use this. It's defining the curl without adding a heavy layer of product, adding shine and moisture, and removing the need to put a ton of hands through the hair. This is great for slick back ponytails. This is great for building up styles where you want it to look really sleek, but you don't want to have the heavy hold or the feeling of a hairspray. This can be an alternative to pull things back and to control frizz and flyaways and hold a style without that heavy feeling. This is also great for fine thin hair that maybe couldn't use our heavier optic illusion oil to spray in the hand and just put through the hair with your hands. All right, so I know that you guys love Dallas shampoo and conditioner. I hope that you guys love this spray as well. I like to talk about Dallas and Rodeo Star together. They are wonderful separate and they're amazing together. So Dallas is going to be a thickening spray, that extremely lightweight thickening spray that we can spray from roots to ends. And we want to think of it as Dallas hairs, so getting big everywhere. Okay, so swelling the hair shaft from roots to ends, thickness everywhere. With Rodeo Star, I usually like to think more lift. So I keep it more as a crown root lift, just because it can be a little bit harder to pull through the hair. If you have someone that likes to feel the texture, they like to build maybe a wave or something on top of that, this one is going to add a little bit more grit and grip on the hair to do that. So are we building a style, or do we want soft, touchable hair that we can just pull our hands through? Great as a combo, spray on roots to ends, and then once we've air dried about 50%, start working the mousse into the roots and building that up with heat. Wonderful, love it. Okay, balloon dry volume spray. I like to compare this one with Zigzag, just because we have Zigzag and then we have its little sister Balloon, essentially, okay? So Balloon is a dry volume spray, and I think it gets confused with dry texture, which this definitely has some texture component to it, but it really is meant more for building volume, okay? So growing the hair. So I like to spray this, and I'm sorry, this is almost gone. I spray it up in my roots and just zhuzh it around with some friction. But because it's a volume spray, if I want it throughout all of my hair, if I want to build volume everywhere, you can put it through the ends of the hair, and I can still put my hand right through it. It's not going to be too gritty or add too much texture where I can't touch my hair. Okay, so we're building volume, but it's dry. This is great because it also has zeolite, which is a lightweight powder in it. So it's a good alternative to a dry shampoo on day 1, day 2, when we really don't need something heavy. So there's that. Did I mention that it is friction activated? So if you go throughout the day and you find that your hair got limp, you can just rebuild it up. Then we have Zigzag. Zigzag is a root teasing spray. You may notice that it actually comes out and has a little bit of a gray brown color to it. That is fibers that actually, once we work them into the hair, completely dissipate and disappear. So this should be good for any color hair. This root teasing, again, so I'm going to put it up at the root. This gives me some tack and texture. So it's going to definitely give me more lift, but I'm going to feel it. You have the clients that like to feel product in their hair, the ones that don't. Balloon is going to benefit the ones that don't. Zigzag is going to be more for give me more, I want more lift. So I've worked the fibers in the hair. It's built up. You can rebuild it with friction as well, but you definitely can feel this one more. And I wouldn't put this throughout the hair in such a way that I would balloon, because this can actually tack the hair together a little bit. I hope that helps. Sorry, trying to style your hair in a Zoom camera is a little challenging. All right, curls. Curls. We have people that have curly hair that are just gel people. They've been using gel for forever, and that's what they flock to. This right here is going to be for them. I love this because it gives you all the feeling of a gel. I mean, it is one. It's coconut oil based though, so you can really feel the slippy serum for a very long time. I love that when it doesn't get tacky or sticky in your hands. You can work it through the hair, create your style, you know, create some of that movement and curl in the hair and still work through it without the stickiness. This will give you the look. So it's going to be a satin to wet finish look. like a gel would, but again, you're gonna be able to put your hands through it. It doesn't fully feel like it dries in the sense of it defines curls, but it's never going to crunch or seal. Great with heat too. So you can see this model right here has got that lifted pompadour. This was styled up with heat and motorcycle. Freeway Defining Spray Gel. This is one of my absolute favorite products, and I never style my hair curly. So I don't want us to just pinpoint or just put this in the box of curly hair only. I want us to treat this like an aerosol gel. So spray gel can kind of sound aggressive. Aerosol gel to me sounds intriguing. I'm like, oh, aerosol gel, what's that about, right? So great for men that just want to spray a lightweight gel through their hair like a hairspray, style it and go. Great for curly hair, like our model right here, who we want to spray it in wet hair and then just diffuse it. We can spray it again when it's about 50% dry. This is so lightweight. Look at this. This is a gel, but it's aerosol that we can build, and it's not too much. So spray it on, scrunch it in, diffuse it, air dry it, whatever the case may be. This has 450 heat protection though, so we can definitely go define some curls with our curling iron on top. We can add a little zhuzh of the blow dryer if we want. This also, guys, is an amazing blowout product. So think about the client that you know, she wears her hair curly sometimes and blows it out sometimes. We can sell her one product to do both. So this can also go on roots to end and be blown out with a round brush. You can spray it on dry hair and set a curl on top of it. You can even use this as a hairspray at the end. So this is another great gateway product because it does more than one thing and it does all the things. Cool. Aircraft Pomade Mousse. This stuff is so fun to use and so cool once you learn what it is. So the only thing mousse about it is how it comes out. But what this is, we break it down in our hands and this turns into a satiny pomade. But it's really nice and soft and easy to work with. And it takes a minute to like build up that tack. So I use it personally, I use it as I would a texture balm when I'm finished with my hair and I've set a curl, so I can add kind of like a dry texture look to it. But because it's wax, it's calming down my frizz and sealing things instead of making things look and feel drier. Okay, so it's giving me that textury look, but not adding the mattified texture because my hair is already prone to being dry. Great for flyaways, great for sealing. Also great for blowing out. So you can put this through damp hair and add that heat and it will build and build. You can keep applying this and keep building that style. As you can see our model right here, she's got kind of an avant-garde hair, but you can see all of the texture and volume and building that you are getting from that. This is a great product to go onto YouTube TV and look up to see how Howard styles from beginning to end, because this product has so much capability. You just have to experiment with it. And it's become a lot of my stylists' favorite product once they experiment and learn what they like about it. Men love it too. And especially men that we're starting to get to use a blow dryer, they find the benefits of building volume and density in the hair with this is awesome. Twister Curl Primer. So I'm going to get back on my curl soapbox for a minute and say this is a primer meant for curly hair. So they don't have to necessarily be wearing their hair curly to benefit from what this product does. This is priming that hair, so it's sealing the split ends, it's giving them moisture, it's getting rid of frizz. Turntable Defining Creme. This is going to be a rich cream that defines the hair, never fully feels dry, so it's not going to add any crunch. This is a great thing too that people with really curly hair can add on day 2 to just kind of soften and reiterate the curl and to get rid of the frizz if the dry oil neon lights isn't for them and they need a little more moisture content. This is great for ethnic hair. And then again, this has reparative benefits that strengthens the hair, so it helps against breakage. Mood swing. Okay, so first thing I'll say about mood swing is it is heat activated. If we're not using heat, we shouldn't use this product because it actually has oils that will make the hair feel heavier if we're not evaporating them. Okay, so if you can see this little box up here, there's some claims. First, decrease dry time by 27%. What this does is it actually absorbs into the hair and then water wicks. So it fills the hair in so water can't stay there. So it helps to wick the water off, therefore speeding up the blow dry time. It reduces frizz by 86%. So it's smoothing out that hair cuticle and getting rid of that veil up here. And then it's increasing smoothness and shine by 73%. So it's doing a lot of amazing things, but it's doing it for the right client. And that client is someone that has texture in their hair and is looking to smooth it out. If we have a client that has fine, thin hair, this is not for them because this is shrinking the hair cuticle. We don't want for someone like them for it to look like they have less hair. This also isn't great if we're trying to build texture and beachy waves or something on top of it. It defeats the purpose. This is smoothing the cuticle, keeping everything sealed, shiny, skinny, straight. We aren't going to be able to successfully build a lot of texture on top of that. So this is really meant for someone that's looking to keep it sealed and smooth and straight. 450 heat protection, by the way, on this one. Grid Structure Hold Setting Spray, another 450 heat protection product, 24-hour frizz control. This is for my updos, my formal styles, my I need it to stay in place for a very long time people. So this is lightweight. It's really great for building. You can actually spray it on dry hair, flat iron right over it, set a curl with it. Amazing memory, great hold. So definitely something that should be part of a bridal kit, I would think. Two-way mirrors are smoothing hair oil. So the thing I love about it is it's a hair oil. So obviously it's going to seal down the hair and get rid of frizz, but it's a smoothing oil. So a lot of people put oil in the hair just at the end of a blowout or at the end of the style. This is actually great for putting in the hair when it's damp, mid shaft to ends, and working through with the blow dryer and the heat. The heat actually helps to seal it into the hair. So it's just giving you those benefits on a higher frequency. It still can go on dry hair too, but I just recommend for people that have more of a coarse hair strand, this really does soften things when we add it and use heat as well. Park Avenue, this is our OG classic hair blowout product. This is one of the first, I think, 8 products that we had. This is going to give you body, movement, bounce, buoyancy, good memory. You don't feel it super strong in your hair. So this is just that classic blowout. It is a balm, so it has almost a translucence to it. So it's very moisturizing, serum-y, so very friendly, doesn't get tacky. But it does have provitamin B5, so it is a thickening agent. So if you're not looking for some extra body and thickness, this may not be the one. But who isn't looking for that? I feel like most people are, so classic. All right, texture. We have lots of texture products, and I think sometimes stylists think that they overlap and they're like, okay, this is a lot of kind of the same thing. So I wanted just to note, we make a lot of the same type of products because everyone has different type of hair, but we still want everyone to be able to use the type of product that they want. So we just have to make it for them. So I like to compare Sail and Rockaway together. Sail is our soft wave spray. This comes out in a really fine mist. It feels super lightweight. It's so soft. It doesn't really harden up. So it's a salt alternative that's meant to create a natural shine and just increase volume and movement in the hair. So anyone that has stick straight hair and they're just like, I just want some volume, I just want some movement, this is a great thing to spray in and either let air dry or blow dry. It's going to add just a tiny, tiny bit of texture to the hair where you can actually build that beachy wave or something on top of it. It gives you that tousled texture effect. It's very lightweight though, so it's easy to build up, and not overuse. So I start with my hair wet, spray it on, but then as it's air drying, I'll spray a little bit more here, scrunch it and diffuse it. And then even when I go back and set in some of my curl just to polish and refine it, I can put this through the hair, separate everything, and it creates a piecey, beachy wave. Then you have Rockaway. This is going to be more of like a root lift, very strong textured feeling. You're going to feel almost a little bit of starchiness to it. So it's really great for fine, thin hair they're always looking to build it up and they want to feel it there. So they have that like grit and know that it's there. This is so great for them. So spray it on, air dry. This will give you more tacky texture, more volume with heat. Spray it on, air dry. This is soft texture that we can build. Cool. Trophy is a great finishing spray. I'm going to tell you, it has 3 different sprays in it to create it. This will kind of give you an indicator what it is. So first things first, Trophy has foil in it, which is that anti-frizz and static spray. Then it has Outer Space in it, which is our medium hold hairspray. And then it has Death Valley dry shampoo in it. So if we think about these 3 products and break it down, the Death Valley dry shampoo is giving us the texture. It's giving us a little bit of that powder and grit to create texture in the hair. Then you have Outer Space, which is the medium hold hairspray. This is giving us a light hold and just kind of that veil to seal in the hair. And then you have Foil, which is the frizz and static control. So it's giving you shine and controlling frizz. Because this does have a shine component in it, I actually spray upwards with it because what's the driest part of anyone's hair? Usually the ends. So I like to hit it, the shine and the heavy moisture at the ends and work it up through the hair. This is a great finisher for when we set some tousle and we just want to break it apart. Spray it upwards, zhuzh it throughout. It's very rare that I see someone spray this and a client not go, oh, what did you just use? They're always curious about that finisher product because that's when they finally can go like this and put their hands through. So it's a very exciting thing for them. So keep in mind the 3 products that make this, so it's easier to talk about. It's telling them you're getting grit and volume, you're getting frizz control and shine, and you're also getting a sealant for hold. Sandcastle Dry Texture Cream. I love this stuff. It is so great for people that have bangs that maybe just need to restyle and do some oil absorption here, but not everywhere else. This is a dry texture cream. So we put it through anywhere where we want texture and buildup. And it does have more of a sandy grit to it. So this is definitely not for someone that doesn't want to feel something in their hair. But the clay does purify the scalp. It leaves hair very voluminous and bouncy, and it has a great shine. Men actually like this too for more of a tousled bedhead look if they aren't necessarily looking for styler components and they're looking more just to give it more of a messy tousle. This is great. Cactus. Okay, so texturizing shampoo. It's a very, very, very cool concept, but if done incorrectly, kind of defeats the purpose. So this is a no conditioner shampoo, which I know is very hard, but that also eliminates the people we would use this on. If we know Becky has hair down her back and it's super thick and curly, we're not using this on Becky. Becky needs conditioner. Becky needs softening agent. We're not looking for texture for her. So this is a great men's product. Men that want to build up some texture in their hair, maybe they're starting to thin a little bit. This will just add some density to the hair. It also leaves behind some diatomaceous earth, which adds grip to the hair. So it's starting to style their hair before they even put any product in. Love that. They're not missing a conditioner anyways. Love that. This is also great for someone like our model here that has short hair that you can tell just doesn't have a lot of body to it. This product's going to add texture, lift, and give her a base to jump off of to start building body. This is not something you even want to comb super well through, because if we get out of the basin and we comb it all out, we're taking all that texture out. So this is something that is a little hard to work with in the sense of you have to have a little bit of patience in when you're detangling the hair and afterwards, but the result, if used correctly, is buildable texture that's already starting to style their hair. Dry shampoos, we have 4 of them. Why? It's because we all have different days where we have different levels of dirty hair and we all have different hair types. So I'm going to tell you first and foremost, Spiritualized is a heat activated product. So that's the first thing, is you definitely want to use heat with this. If we send this home with a client and we don't show them how to use it, this one can be a bit confusing. So the best time to sell a dry shampoo is right when your client walks in the door and sits in your chair, because chances are she came in and she knew, I'm getting my hair washed today, so I'm not going to wash it, right? So what happens? We say, Becky, if you weren't coming in today, what would you do to your hair? Oh, I'd throw it in a ponytail, or, oh, I'd wash it. What if I showed you how we could extend the style one more day, 2 more days? Cool, yeah. Okay, show Becky, we spray it all where we'd spray dry shampoo. We hit it with heat, and we're either using a round brush or our fingers, and we're lifting the hair to encourage volume. What's happening is it's drying the liquid, it's bringing out the powder, so it's absorbing dirt, but then it's actually using some styling agents with the heat to give us lift and volume. So it's literally restyling our hair. It's absorbing oils, but restyling, giving volume. So this one is best used or best sold when showing them how to use it, because they really can see the benefit right before their eyes, but it's best to see it first before trying it, if that makes sense. Badlands. So this is kind of an extension of Sandcastle. Sandcastle is soft. It has some iridescence to it, so it's going to give you some shine. This one is more of a clay focus, so it's definitely more mattified. This you have to break down in your hand. This you can put straight in the hair as is. So this, we take some out, break it down in our hands, and our hands become all oily. And we're like, what the heck? You put the oil wherever you feel dirty in your hair. Water and oil repel, oil and oil attract. So this oil that we've just created is attracting to all the oil on our scalp, and then it's starting to dry and the powder's coming out and it's pulling that oil with it and absorbing it. Okay, so there is cleaning benefits, but this is a cleansing agent and a styler. So we're absorbing oil, that's cleansing the scalp, but then we have some different components in it that add some grip and texture, so we can start to build a style with it. This actually is some men's styling product because they like it matte and they actually don't want something with too much hold. They want to be able to put their hands and move it throughout the day. This is great for people with bangs, and this is great for people that just constantly want to feel buildable texture in their hair. Death Valley, this is our most basic dry shampoo in aerosol form. I will recommend one thing to you with this one. Shake, shake, shake before we start. But I always recommend applying dry shampoos in puffs, where we're puffing it in instead of spray, spray, spray. Because if we hold this down, there's no way you're getting the same amount of powder content in the first 5 seconds as you are in the last 10, okay? So if we're shaking it, constantly mixing up that product and we're puffing it, so we're actually applying with intention, we're using way less product because we're getting powder every time, and we're also pinpointing it exactly where we need it instead of all over the hair. We don't need dry shampoo down here. So I hope that helps. Skyline, this is the driest shampoo of all dry shampoos. This is paying homage back to when I used to put baby powder in my hair in high school. This is a more refined luxe version of baby powder. This actually has diatomaceous earth in it, which is a mineral that absorbs oil but also helps with impurities. Then we also have jojoba seed oil. So we have an oil in this powder which moisturizes the hair. And then we also have this iridescent sheen to it that picks up off of light. So even the darkest of hair textures can use this, because once we break it in, the iridescence sits on top of the hair and reflects that light to give us shine. So super oil absorbing, but not a styler. This is going to be our non-styling agent, heavy dry shampoo for that last day. All right, finishers. And guys, I promise I'll hurry it up. Frizz Static and Control Spray, amazing for just helping with that veil of frizz we have. This is a great add-on to a blowout at the very end. Spray throughout the hair, hit it with hot heat, and it seals over the hair to kind of just like give you that, that frizz veil. This is also great for spraying into winter hats, on scarves, anything that's prone to static. It helps to alleviate that. So I love telling clients that, because it's, again, it's a 2-in-1, multiple ways to use something, okay? Smells delicious too, so we have no problem spraying a little bit in our hat, and then it helps to actually transfer onto our hair and just help control that static. Continental Glossing Wax is a great alternative to a gel for someone that wants the look of a gel but doesn't want to actually have it dry or to like feeling crunch to it. This is also great for that wet look that people like. So we're going to create our style, and then we would top the style with this. So you would put this on dry hair because this is water soluble. So if you put it on watered hair, it just breaks down. So put this on your style after you're done, coat this all through, and you get that wet look. The more you put, the wetter it looks. It does have some holding capabilities, so it's great for flyaways, a slick back ponytail. If we're doing braids, this is great for just like our fingertips when we're building styles for updos. So this actually has a lot of capabilities. And again, men like it as an alternative to a gel because it's definitely friendlier and softer to use. Moon landing, same thing as foil, where I recommend sealing the hair with it. So we know Becky goes out into the humidity and all of her baby curls start to come out. Let's give extra attention to those areas and seal it with heat so then it's less likely to happen for her. Control Flexible Paste. This is our most mattified paste that we have for men. It's going to be a medium hold, and like I said, it's more of a matte satin finish. They can put it on damp hair if they want a lighter style, or you can put it on dry hair if you want a more sealed in heavy style. Outer Space Flexible Hairspray really has a pretty soft finish. You can still put your hands through the hair. This is great for just sealing an everyday look. I would recommend Vicious if we're going for an updo, if we really want to seal in that style. This does have a heavier starch component, I will tell you, but you can feel it on the hair and you know that it has that holding complex that will endure an all-day hold. Shake well, and again, with all sprays, do the puff method instead of just one of these guys. Dart Pomade Stick, one of my favorite products because it's such a simple product for such a simple problem that almost everyone has, which is all these little baby hairs up here. And we're more prone to see them in natural light. So I recommend sending this home with a woman and saying, keep this in the center console of your car. Because when you're stopped at a red light and you see all of these baby hairs flying everywhere, this stick, you just gloss right over dry hair and eliminate all those baby hairs. It's a satin finish, so it doesn't make your hair look greasy, dirty, oily. Love it. Seal down any split ends. This is just a go-to product that lasts forever. That, like I said, it solves such a simple problem that everyone has that we all think is annoying. We just don't really know how to fix it. Bright Shadows Root Touch-Up Sprays. So these are amazing, but they are different than most root touch-up sprays on the market as they don't come out in a powder spray. They come out as a liquid spray. So we're gonna spray 4 to 6 inches from our scalp, and then we're actually gonna leave it to dry, whether we just let it air dry or we take our cool setting on our blow dryer and just hit it a couple times to encourage drying of the product. Then you're going to take a brush or a comb and comb it through. What this does is it pulls the color down to help blend it with your client's hair so there's no streak or line of 2 different colors. It also, the time it takes to dry is when it turns it to a powder, so it will move more evenly throughout the hair. You want to make sure and not touch it for that first minute so it doesn't transfer on the hair. This is also really great for filling in any holes or just adding density to maybe where we're losing it. So concentrates we'll touch on very quickly. I know right now your most used concentrate is Atlantis, which is awesome because, I mean, it's winter and this is people need moisture, so that's great. But I want to touch on how to apply them and when and for what. So Super Garden is our CBD scalp concentrate. I'm not sure if you have this in the salon yet, but we will. So this is meant for a dry scalp. It goes on the scalp dry. It's the only one of the concentrates that goes on dry hair, okay? It has a little nozzle meant to go straight to the scalp, and we're gonna work it through and just massage it to the scalp. This is meant to just add moisture and rebalance things when they're really off. So this is great think of it as lotion for the scalp. What do we do when we have dry skin? We put on lotion. This is lotion for the scalp. The rest are all for wet hair, and they're good. So after washing the hair, you're going to apply this from roots to ends and leave on for 5 minutes. They all have their own claim. So think of this. This claim is increases fullness of fine hair by 2 times after 1 application. And this is meant to repair damaged hair and split ends for visible results for 23 washes. 23 washes. That's awesome. So we want to make sure we're telling our client, this is going to last you for this long. And here's what the claim is: 2 times thickness for the hair immediately after 1 application. Okay. So I heard that you guys are sending the little bit that's left over home with them. Perfectly fine. Sunset Boulevard reduces damage and split ends for up to 23 washes. Hair is 30% shinier and brighter and less frizzy. People that are bleaching their hair are prone to mattifying their hair in a dull look. So this is really nice to help increase shine. Gemstone Color Locking Concentrate reduces damage, seals split ends, 23 washes. 1 treatment retains color and vibrancy visual results for 23 washes. Redheads, fashion colors. This should, in my opinion, when we do the first deposit of color, should just be a mandatory add-on for that first time, just to extend that color. Bel Air smooths frizz and restores damage for up to 23 washes. After 1 treatment, hair feels up to 40% smoother. So again, a great combo. Maybe they're in between their keratins or in between their bazillion treatments. This can be something to prolong or just enhance those treatment benefits. Atlantis, you guys are already using this, but it increases moisture levels by 2.5 times after 1 application. So it's really reducing frizz and just locking in moisture. So great for right now. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for your time. I do want to touch on one thing really quick, and I hope this is exciting for you all. We are doing a 2-week-long incentive starting today, and it's going to be based on whoever sells the most R+Co, but we're basing it from retail sales to total booking sales. So it's fair for everyone. If you work 1 day a week or if you work 5 days a week, it's based on what your total booking sales are to your retail sales. So very attainable, 2 weeks long. I'm so excited. If you guys have any questions, if you want more information from me, or you have a specific scenario with a client, you can reach out to me via phone. You can text me, you can email me, whatever works best for you. I'm here for you. I'm very passionate about this brand. So I really want to make sure that if you guys are as well, that I can give you all the knowledge I have and make this very successful for you. In addition to the 2-week incentive, anyone that sells an R+Co product will get their name put into a raffle, and there's another prize, just like a grand prize or a fun thing we're doing as part of this 2-week incentive. So I hope you guys are all excited. I hope that you guys all thrive on a little friendly competition. And just reiterate, I'm here for you. So if you need something, please let me know. I will send this virtual copy of this presentation, but I do want to remind you that you all have printed out PK books of this that Marcy did hand out when you guys first brought on the brand. So do revisit those. And last but not least, I'm so excited for you guys on Sunday. My fingers are crossed for you, but I want to let you know that you are one of my top accounts in both Michigan and Ohio. And that's very impressive, as I have 98 accounts in total. And so I want to get you guys to top 1 or 2. And I hope that you guys want to get there too. So that's really my goal. And I think if we all work together, there's no way we can't achieve it, because you guys are already doing amazing hair. And if we're just following through and doing what's best for our client, it's just going to be a cycle where they're going to come back and trust you and just want more. So I'm very excited. I'm very thankful for you guys. And please let me know if you have any questions or need anything. Does anyone have questions before we wrap up right now? We're all good. Okay, awesome. Well, I hope you guys are excited to use the product. I hope that there's something new that you want to reach for, maybe a client you have in mind that you want to try it on. Yeah, Have a great rest of the day. Thanks, guys.